Hello, and welcome back to my craft room. Something a bit different for you today. We've got an exciting announcement to make. So I'm here with my son Tom, who regular viewers will know very well, especially those of you who are in our Discord community. And that's what this is all about today.
You'll know me as TTK.
TTK. We'll talk about a bit more about that later. We haven't got very long because we've got about no more than half an hour till you have to go get your bus.
Yes.
So we're going to be quick. So the exciting event is we have opened a new room in our Discord community. We will show you it in a minute, and it's called the...
I've forgotten. Makers Market?
It's called the Makers Market. So, oh God. So the idea of the Makers Market
very
is...
exciting.
Because all of us in there, make arts and crafts all the time. Some of us have Etsy shops and things already. Some people already do craft markets. Some people have never done anything like that. They do make beautiful things. So we thought we would give them a space to put the things that the creations that they make up for sale.
So some people have got tat to get shut off.
I haven't got any old tat. Well, this is all precious things. So the Makers Market is all free. Our whole Discord community is free, and this is a free service as well. It functions. The best way to describe it is like one of those. It's a virtual version, an e-version of one of those notice boards you would find in a supermarket, where people put little cards up when they've got things to sell or whatever, and a contact number and things. It's kind of like that, but you can go in and chat directly with the makers and then message them to arrange how to complete the transaction. Or some people like me will do a link to their Etsy shop, and you would do that there. Yeah,
we're not actually providing a shop front as such.
No.
We're not providing anything to do with payment or anything.
We're not taking any responsibility for any of that. Basically, it's just a place for you to kind of connect with people. So if you are in our Discord community, if you're not, we'll show you how to join. If you're already in our Discord community, just message either myself or Tom. So I'm Arty Farty Annie. Tom is TTK. We'll show you.
Yes, we'll put it up on the screen in the.
I'll put it up here. TTK or Arty Farty Annie. You can message either one of us, and we need to give you the maker role for you to be able to post your items in there. They need to be either handcrafted or art that you've made. It could be digital downloads as long as it's your own creation, or art or craft supplies as well. But not. It's not a place to sort of...
Yes, we're not looking for wholesalers to stick stuff on the...
We don't want any Temu links in there, and it's not to kind of sell you old shoes or anything like that. It's just arts and crafts that are your own creations or arts and craft supplies. A bit like Etsy does, really. Except we don't charge any transaction fees.
Because we're not doing any transactions.
No. I feel like this is a bit of a shambles because we're doing it in a rush now, but hopefully that's all making sense. We've written down some notes.
We're already off
what
script.
What we're going to do now is we're going to go over to Discord and show you what to expect, because the other part of wanting to come on and do this video is just to show people what to expect when they go into Discord and just answer a couple of common questions that come up. So we're going to Discord now, and we've got Tom's phone linked up as well, so we can show you what things look like on your phone.
It's slightly different in some ways.
Yeah, I don't tend to interact on my phone. I'm usually on the PC.
Yeah, same. Most of the time I'm on the PC.
Yeah, I find it really difficult typing and stuff and finding things on the phone. I don't like the phone.
Fat sausage fingers do not work well on a phone.
Okay.
They're good for patting heads, though.
Just get on with it. We haven't got time for that.
There's always time for head patting. Okay, so here's Discord.
So this is the kind of landing page when you first join. I will put my link tree in the description box so that you can and in there you can find a link to the Discord community and to the Arty Farty Annie Facebook group. If you're still a staunch Facebook group fan, don't worry, it's not going anywhere, but I do much prefer Discord for interacting with people.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
It really is. So we're biased because I helped set this up, but it really is much better than Facebook.
And it's just a more natural interaction.
For those
with people.
not aware of Discord, it's not like another social network type.
No, it's not the same.
It's like sort of It's like you're dropping into a room to have a chat with people rather than...
So when you first join, you'll follow the link in the Linktree thing that I'll put in the description box for this video. You'll follow the link and you'll land here, and you can see down the right hand side there it just gives you the very brief rules. They're really not very many. It's just basically be nice. And then there's some information about what you find in all the different rooms that you can look at if you want to. You can come back to this anytime if you're not sure what to post where, or you've got any, you can come here and
yes,
but honestly,
there's a server guide thing up here, and you can get to the rules and guides thing, and
yeah, but you don't need to worry about this. All becomes very obvious. We put them there because we thought we ought to, but really you don't need to worry about it all too much.
If you have any problems, you can always ask. We're not going to say, oh, you should have read the guide. If you ask us a question. There's no such thing as a silly question.
No, don't ever worry
that's
about
not true. But
I ask lots of silly questions. I always say that. But so when you first you'll find it will ask you lots of questions, and that is just to kind of work out what you're most interested in and which rooms you'd like to see. You can skip all of that and just say show me everything if you like. You'll see a show me everything option. And all of the rooms are where Tom's put the cursor now, all down the left hand side there. You'll see all of the different rooms. We'll show you this on the phone in a minute as well.
If you're new to Discord, you'll have fewer icons down here. Don't worry about that. The
I've got a few
important one for this is a little picture of
which hopefully you'll recognise, and you can see it under Artifartist there. You can see just above there is the new Scrawler logo, because Scrawler's just started a Discord group now. So all down the left hand side there are lots of different what I call rooms. The information one has got lots of useful stuff. We've just added a tech support one. This is new, and we wanted to mention that as well.
And just to be sure we're talking about the same terminology here. These things here with a little hash symbol, or sometimes a different symbol, these are the rooms, and then this is a category here. Officially they're not called rooms, they're called channels, but I call them rooms because it's more like how they feel. It sounds less technical. And if you see that things have disappeared, it's definitely worth checking the little arrow next to the category here, because it may have collapsed and then you can't see all the rooms. You think you've lost something. We've had people have rooms go missing recently, and it hasn't been because of that, but it's always worth checking. It's a separate issue, That's been with the Makers Market actually, but we think we've resolved that now. We hope so. But you get anything like that, any questions about Discord itself or other technical questions, you can pop into that technical support question, and there's a lot of techie people in this group as well as a lot of crafty people, so they might be able to help you, hopefully. You will not be alone in being confused, so don't feel embarrassed or anything. For a lot of us, speak for myself, older people, Discord was something completely new to me, but I feel so at home. I felt so at home there so quickly. And there's a lot of things on the screen, so this can look a bit overwhelming at first. But you very soon get used to it. You really do. So can we just pop into these? So you've got the information category where announcements and things are. You've got collab corner. You won't have. That's that's a secret room that only some of us can see, where we talk about upcoming projects and things. Yes, we don't want to spoil things. Then we got links, and one of them is Makers Market, which we'll come to in a minute. Yes, but you will have less things under there. Usually, but don't and worry then we've got Public Gallery, which is where you can go and arrange your stitchery swaps, and your art swaps, which is something that has been very busy. Show us all your other bits and pieces you've been making, all your upcoming projects and things can all go in there. And then if you scroll down a bit further in there, talking of scrolling, you can either grab the scroll bar here and click and drag that, or you can use your mouse wheel to scroll, or just your finger if you're on the phone. If you're on the phone, I'll show you on the phone in a minute. And then there's chat rooms, so the general chit chat is a good place to go first. Yes. Should we go there now? Heart to heart that you see just underneath that is for when sometimes some of us will be feeling a bit down or a bit worried about something, or just need to vent or whatever, and that's what we do in there in the heart to heart room. But you'll soon find out if you. Well, talking of these rooms being here right next to each other, one thing you may have noticed is the different colours here. Yes. This one in a bright colour with a little dot next to it means that there are unread messages in there. Messages you haven't seen as far as it's aware. Yeah. When it's this not quite so bright colour, that means there are no unread messages. This darker thing means we've told it not to give us notifications. Yeah, I just pop in there. So I don't. If, for example, you didn't care about scrawler box spoilers, you can like right click on it and choose mute channel. It says unmute, and then you won't get it telling you that there's new messages.
You don't want notifications for all of these things, but you might want to see them.
Yeah, you'd still see it. We won't click on it now because we don't want to put spoilers in the video. You'd still see the messages in there. It just won't tell you there.
Yeah.
It won't make a noise and tell you.
And when you get like that one at the top there now, you can see a red dot next to it. That means there's a message, a specific message for me.
Specifically for you, yes. Either a reply to a message that you sent or you've been tagged.
I've been tagged. And we'll show you that in a minute, that how to tag and stuff.
Yes.
Right, we mustn't get bogged down. Time's ticking on.
So we'll go to general chat now.
Just to show a quick look. So in general chat, this is where you go, oh, look, there's Cookie.
Yeah. It's important to note here as well that, as we said, there are unread messages. You may see a red line across there and the word new half covered up. You can scroll up and see it. Yeah. It will put that line in. That's the last message you would have seen.
Yeah. So since I looked at that this morning, all of this has happened.
Yeah. So all the stuff below this line is new, which is very handy because these conversations carry on without you. You don't have to worry about being invited to. It's a public conversation that just keeps going on whether you're there or not.
If you see someone's commented, they might even say, you see at the end there, somebody's saying to someone specific, whatever, you can jump in and join that conversation. Don't worry about joining that conversation. That's what you're expected to do.
If it was a private conversation that people weren't meant to join, they'd be having a private conversation.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't see it.
And you can always do that. You can always private message people and stuff. We'll show you.
Everyone here is so friendly. No one's going to be.
Who do you think you are?
Don't know this person. Who do I think they are talking to?
No, you join in. People will just be happy.
They're all
so
lovely.
In. If you want to post a picture, can you see at the bottom there where it's got message? When you want to join the chat, just type whatever you want in there.
Yeah.
Just type straight in there. So
don't worry that it says message general chat there. You don't have to delete that first. It's placeholder text that you know what you're typing. It will disappear as soon as you type a letter.
Yeah. And then you just press enter for it to show. Yeah. If you want to include a picture, you click on that cross sign there and then go upload a file. And that's how you add a picture. And
on the phone, it's slightly different, but we'll show you
It'll be fairly instinctive. Hopefully we'll show. We're running out of time a bit, actually. Won't bother going into what adding GIFs and things there because we're going to run out of time.
Basically, you can play with these buttons.
Yeah, you can't break it. You can't break anything. Yeah. So I would say just look at all of those rooms down there on the left-hand side that appear for you, and just have a good old explore when you first go in.
Yeah, you'll see a thing up here that we've put rough descriptions of what you can expect.
You go into each room and it'll
they're not all fantastic.
And sometimes people will post something in a room that's not kind of quite appropriate, and which is fine. It's not. No one's going to send the police around.
If one of us asks you to move something, we're not angry.
Yeah.
I assure you, we're not angry.
Yeah. It's just sometimes if you might post one picture of something you're doing and that's fine, and then someone else posts a picture of something they're making, and in the end it gets to a point where you think this would be better off in the craft show and tell because it's.
I can show you an excellent example as to why we have that. Go into this gaming chat thing here and go to the thread. We started this thread because we've been playing this Connections game that some of you may be familiar with. As you can see, there's loads of messages in there. So we put them all in here so it doesn't just clog up the main chat with loads of stuff.
Yeah.
So we're not annoyed if something's in the wrong place. It's just it would be easier to find the things that everyone cares about if they are in the right place.
And sometimes, when we first started,
sometimes you don't know where the right place is.
Yeah. Sometimes when we first started having a lot of gaming chat appearing in the general chit chat, we thought actually let's have a gaming room. And put it in there instead. So it's just if you ever get asked could you repost this in a different room, don't feel like you're being told off.
Even I put things in the wrong room before.
Yeah, sometimes it's just Anyway, so that's that. Let's have a look now before we run out of time. Let's have a look at the actual Makers Market.
So this is an exciting new thing. As I said before, these things for the most part won't show up for you to start with. Those are there if you've already spoken in one of these.
Yeah.
So don't worry if you don't see all of that stuff. It's the Makers Market part that's important.
Those are actually there. The top one that says Felty Warriors is because I've just bought one from Jackie, and the next two are the things that I actually posted in the Makers Market myself.
Yes, that one's showing because that's your...
Somebody's replied to something I said on Boho Bunting. So so this is actually in. You click on the Makers Market and then you go into it like this, and you see all these lovely colourful things people have put up for sale.
Yes, got a lovely gallery view here. In an ideal world, these will all have the price in them in the title.
Yeah, people aren't always doing that, but that is ideally what we want people to do.
So although these are all very reasonably priced, if there's something in there that was reasonably priced at £60 and your budget is 10,
you wouldn't bother clicking on it.
Yeah.
So if for anybody that wants to, if you're in our Discord community and you want to have a spot in the Makers Market, just message us and we will give you the role that allows you to then make these posts, and then you'll get some guidelines about posting. Please have a read of them and before you do your posts, because we're just trying to be a bit consistent with the information we got in there. Just make it all look...
it should pop up and ask you to agree to the guidelines before making a post.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, or you accidentally pressed OK and didn't read things, if you do want to see the guidelines and either hasn't shown them to you or accidentally dismissed them without reading, you have this little tick icon here that you can click and it toggles this on and off.
And it just tells you, what to put in the title, how to kind of keep an eye on what you've posted to make sure you're not missing any messages from potential buyers.
Yes.
Just sort of basic how to do the posts.
Yeah, there's nothing unexpected in there. There's no legalese or any weird things just hiding in there. You agree to give us your firstborn or anything.
No, we just want to make it clear that we're not taking any responsibility for transactions. We're not taking any money for any of this. We're just literally providing a space where people can post. So some people, like for instance, if you can scroll to the bottom and click on my bunting one, because I know that's definitely this is a PDF as well.
Yes.
So Cool Kooky Creatures, Tori from Cool Kooky Creatures. There we go. That takes you. This one, she's actually linked to her Ko-fi shop, and that's a downloadable file. So that that's what you'll get taken outside of Discord to go and complete that transaction and download the PDF. So that's how she's done that.
And when this pops up on this, I think it's more full screen when you do it on the phone.
Right.
But here it pops up on the side, and if you want to say ask a question about them, you can do that on the side here.
Yeah.
And then
so
just
if you wanted
over here,
to say,
that person will have a little 1 and they'll know that you've asked a question about their item.
Yeah. And then other people, like if you look at the mouses there, so that warrior mouse on the right there, who I absolutely fell in love with. Jackie's made those. So I've just bought one of them from Jackie, and the way she's doing it is you private message her, which you can easily do within Discord.
Yeah.
Don't ever share your personal information in the messages here, because anybody can see these.
Yeah, this is
anybody
not
in the group
private
can see
here.
these. What you need to do is private message. We will show you how to do that in a second.
Yes, very important that you private message.
And what Jackie's doing is she's then telling you her PayPal, and you pay her through PayPal, and then she sends you your goodies. Other people might link directly to their Etsy shop. So I've got something else in it. So I've got let's find something that I've got in my... So these little notebooks, you can always click on the pictures to bring them up bigger like this so you can see what you're looking at. So these are little sets of notebooks. Oh, why is that not loading?
Yeah, my phone is refusing to connect properly at the moment as well.
I hope we haven't got internet problems. And so I've shown the pictures there, but then I've provided a link to my Etsy shop. And that's where you have to go to complete a transaction. And
if you click on that link, Discord will say, are you sure you want to do this? It may be. Don't worry about the thing that pops up. Warning, it's not unsafe. You can check that it is going to Etsy.com. Someone isn't trying to scam you. There's no scams on our server as far as I'm aware. But
no, we've never had anything.
That's the reason they put
they have to be careful with these things. So I've had, someone's just left a nice comment there, which is always nice. Lovely. There's some lovely things. Everybody's made some lovely things. And Zoe's sticker prints there. They're like large vinyl stickers, prints of her original artwork. These are Susie's flowers that she uses. She uses her orcs in that, in making those. They're brilliant. And I don't know how. So different people are doing different ways of taking the. Yeah, Susie's doing PayPal payments. I think Zoe was doing it that way. So there's different ways you could exchange bank details if you wanted to. It's totally up to you how you arrange payments, but we won't have anything to do with that. We're literally just providing a space to post your items. What else do we need to say about it? We need to show how to private message.
Yes, I've actually just sent you another message on the boho bunting thing there for a reason.
So here's my boho bunting one.
So there's a thing there from me. It says looks cool.
Looks cool. Thank you.
Yes, it does rather look cool. I'm just giving a convenient thing there so that we've got a name to click on.
Okay.
So if you just click on it normally, just left click, you get this pop up. And I don't like this approach, but you can type a message in there, and that will then send a private message to me.
And then it'll open up a whole big
what
window.
I prefer to do, that is an option, but I prefer to right click on this and go to message. The reason is you can be certain this will be a private message because it's just popped all this up.
Yeah.
And
so
there's
right
no one
click
else
and
there
choose message.
Yeah.
You can go in here, and this is absolutely secure now. Only you and the person you're messaging will see this. So this is where, if you want to exchange your address or bank details or PayPal username or whatever, this is where you would do it. You'd like to buy some stilts because... Shut up.
No, I've typed it wrong. That is a shame.
There isn't time for you to take Mickey out. We've only got 10 minutes left.
Yeah. So this is how you could send a private message. And if someone sent you a private message because you're selling things, this little Discord icon up here, I'll show you by sending a message.
Oh yes.
As you can see, a person's face pops up there. That's my face. That's what I look like.
And it's got a little red number 1 next to it, so I know that Tom has messaged me. So now I can click on that.
Yeah.
And it'll open straight up.
And there I have sent you a message saying I have stilts for sale.
And the great long list of names down the left there is all the other people I've had private messages with for one reason or another.
If you've already sent, or someone sent you their address in a message, you click on this direct messages thing up here, and they'll be in a list, and you can go back to it. It keeps a history.
We very carefully won't open those up now because they might have people's private details in there. So, should we just, while you're down there on that message, we might as well hear as well as anyway. You can tag people.
Yes.
How to, not just in the Makers Market, but anywhere within the Discord community. If you want to reply, say I wanted to directly reply to that. So if you just hover over their message that you want to reply to, you'll see those symbols come up on the right there. Just click on that reply arrow, the classic reply icon, and then type whatever message you want to type, and that automatically Tom will then get that person.
Yeah,
you've replied to. Will
it's important to check here. It says replying to TTK.
Yeah.
I say that's important because notice these icons. For some reason, they chose to make them appear slightly over the message above.
It can be a bit confusing when you're in the general chat room, especially.
Which are those responding to?
Yeah. And you can get around that because there's another way you can. You
can, yes. If you can't say these ones are confusing, you don't know which thing you're meant to be on. We want this message. You right click on the message. I'm not even on the actual messages. So right click on the words you want to reply to, just to be sure.
Just to make sure you're replying to the
right
right.
And then there's a reply option here, and that will definitely reply to the right message.
Yeah.
It is also highlighting the message you're replying to in blue here.
Yeah, but that isn't always easy to see. And
you just type your thing and press enter as normal.
And you can also tag someone, anyone. Doesn't have to be someone that you're replying to, but you could tag anyone.
Yeah, let's do that in the general chit chat, so we're not filling that up with stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, what I've done here is I've typed the @ symbol, and it immediately comes up with a list of names. So I'm going to start typing my name as it happens.
Yeah.
I've typed just TE, actually just the letter T was enough, and then you can either click on the name that you want.
You type the whole thing if you like, but it's quicker to click on it usually.
If it's the first one, you just started typing, you can either press tab again and it finishes it, or you can press enter and it will automatically select the first thing in there. And then it's got @TTK.
And you'll get a notification that I've messaged you.
Yeah, so now the unlikely message that I am the best has just made my phone vibrate.
And you could actually go to your phone on screen to show what you're seeing now.
Yes, I could.
Because we've got time just about to quickly show that we've got 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's not long, is it? Okay, so here's my phone. As you can see, I'm still looking at the make your own boho bunting thing. And a 1 has appeared at the top there. So we press on the little back arrow there, which has taken us out of that thing, and then it's turned into the hamburger menu, as they call it.
Oh, is that what they call it? The 3 lines?
Yeah. That brings up this list of things again. I have a lot more servers down the side there.
Yeah, because you've got lots of people.
Yeah.
You've been doing Discord a long time. And you've got one new mention has come up.
Yes, one new mention, and it's at the bottom there, which means I need to scroll down through the list, so I swipe it. You guys know how to use a phone. You'll know how to scroll things.
I hate using the phone.
There's a 1 there, which means I have something that has mentioned me specifically.
And
so
it's in general chit chat.
And then...
and this is how it looks.
Bosh. It doesn't go straight to that mention, because I've got other new messages that I haven't seen. Same as on the PC.
Yeah.
But I can scroll through, and there it is highlighted in yellow, at TTK, you are the best. If I tap and hold, do a long press on that, the same as right-clicking on the PC.
Yeah.
That's where we have reply on the phone.
Yeah. So then you can be sure you're replying to the right message. That's where you have the message
option, as we did on the PC. Apologies for the terrible quality here. Apparently the Wi-Fi connection is going down a bit. but
hopefully you can see the gist of it.
See,
Can we, while you're there on your phone, just quickly show how you would get to those rooms down the left, because it's not so obvious as it is to me on my PC.
Yes. So you have a couple of options here. You can either press the hamburger menu, and that brings them up. We already saw that.
Yeah.
Or you can just swipe from the left edge of the phone, and bosh, they appear.
And
there's all the rooms. Yeah. It all appears slightly differently because we have less space, but it's mostly the same thing.
Right down the bottom of all the rooms, you'll see, we haven't got time to go into it now, but you'll see things like the voice channels there.
Yes.
And those are, you can chat in there with anyone anytime in that community hangout room. We don't have to be there. It doesn't. The stream room you can't get into unless Tom brings you in there, and that's for joining in with live streams.
Yeah.
But people get together. You get together with friends all the time, don't you?
Yeah. If you see me in there, don't be afraid to come in and
jump
say hello.
in and say hello. Quite often they'll be in there playing a game or something.
Yeah. If you see someone in community hangout and it looks like we're playing a game together, don't worry. We're not.
Doesn't mean you can't.
It's not an important thing. You can always come in and say hi.
And it will list all the people that are in there down, So, yeah. Haven't covered everything this time. We mainly wanted to talk about we just wanted to mainly talk about the Makers Market, which I'm very excited about. We've been talking about it for ages, and just took a little bit putting together. But
and even already it's going quite well. A lot of people have made
it's nice to see
a few sales and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Some people who've never actually tried selling their creations before, so it's really nice. And the whole community is very much about inspiring and encouraging and supporting each other, and that's another way to do that.
There's been a lot of very kind, supportive people in there.
Yeah, I'm really hoping I'll get to do quite a bit of my Christmas shopping in there too. Well, I already have actually.
I just don't bother buying presents for anyone.
No. So we want to talk about that, just quickly cover a couple of the questions that have come up quite a bit, but you can always ask, as I say, tag myself or Tom, or just put a question in the general chit chat and somebody will always jump in. We had a couple of people the other day were stuck, and Vile was really good helping out. Somebody who couldn't see the Makers Market at all.
There's always some very helpful people in there.
Yeah, like, just such a lovely bunch of people.
Rachel, Jen, Pepper, all been very helpful.
Yeah. We also did some short, literally 10-minute videos when we first opened Discord, covering some of the basics. So I'll link to that playlist as well. You might want to watch if you're. But honestly, I would say just get yourself there and jump in.
Yeah.
You can't break
Don't
it.
be afraid to do anything. Joining is free. They will ask for your email address to verify that you're not.
But we won't see that. Nobody sees that. It's just.
I don't think Discord even sends you marketing emails particularly or anything. As far as I'm aware, they don't. No. It's just a security thing.
They have to do it because obviously privacy and security and stuff. They've got to do these checks, but nobody else sees the email. We certainly don't. I think that's all we need to say, isn't it? I think we need to go because you're going to miss your bus otherwise.
That would be a disaster.
So do join us. Do think about joining us if you haven't already. And if you are in Discord and you didn't know about the Makers Market, pop in. If you've got any problems finding it and being able to see it, hopefully you've put that right now.
As right as I can, but let me know and I can fix it specifically if it doesn't show for a person.
It seemed to take exception to Tori for some reason, didn't it?
Yeah, there's a few people it has decided not to like, but if I know that it doesn't like someone, I can force it to change its mind.
Tori thought she'd been put on the naughty step or something.
Oh, were we not meant to put it on the naughty step? Oh, my bad.
We haven't covered the naughty step.
Yeah.
There isn't really a naughty step. Okay, right. We need to go. So thanks very much for joining me. I hope you found that useful. I hope some other people are as excited about the Makers Market as I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got some things in there that I made for a craft fair pre-lockdown. The craft fair was cancelled. I finally got myself into this regular craft fair at the hospital where I worked at the time. I've retired since, and
spent ages getting stuff all prepared.
I'd been on the waiting list for ages. Finally got a spot. There was a really good craft fair there as well, and cancelled because of lockdown, and it's never come back because they've now used the space for something else. So
and you try to sell something on like Facebook, but it's the kind of stuff that doesn't really work. So we'll see. But it's we'll see how it goes. But I think it's a lot of fun, and certainly people seem to be quite enjoying it already. So hopefully we'll see you there. I think that's all we need to cover for now. Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us.
Yes.
And we'll see you again really soon.
Bye. I'm waving on the wrong arm. Bye.